Yo, I'm an addict, addicted to being savage. My life is a little graphic, like HBO making magic. I'm rapping to make that passive money coming from traffic, doing mental gymnastics. I'm fluid and problematic. You losing if you come at me the wrong way. I've come a long way from sipping on Bombay. It's 1942 now, in this loud mouth, sipping hard in the back of a booth, sold out. I can never get enough. Success is like a drug. The money come in, but then I want more stuff. So I gotta work hard, play harder, gotta work smarter. Time is money, yeah, money is harder. So I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I was born in this world, I swear, to make a difference. If you need a mentor, I got something for you, kid. Just watch the way I move and try your best to copy it.
Like a CEO, I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star show. I live every day like my last, never know. I run it like a CEO. I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star show. I live every day like my last, never know. I run it like a CEO. I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star show. I live every day like my last, never know. I run it like a CEO. I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star show. I live every day like my last, never know.
I like life, it gives you a chance for greatness. And you can waste it, or you can take it. Take control of your fate and chase it. I've been running towards dreams since I was just a kid. I've been held down, held back, hated. I've been pissed off, mad, frustrated. I've been loved, admired, and finally made it to the other side, where I realized something sacred. It's not about what anyone else thinks of me. It's all about how I live, what's my legacy. Am I happy, did I give fucking everything, or did I hold back, scared of all the uncertainty? I think differently, that's why I'm different, see. That's what happens when you take control of destiny. I have dignity, my pride, it lives in me. And now it's time to teach others how to win with me.
CEO, I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star.
Old school effects out here.
Yo, I'm an addict, addicted to being savage. My life is a little graphic, like HBO making magic. I'm rapping to make that passive money coming from traffic, doing mental gymnastics. I'm fluid and problematic. You losing if you come at me the wrong way. I've come a long way from sipping on Bombay. It's 1942 now, in this loud mouth, sipping hard in the back of a booth, sold out. I can never get enough. Success is like a drug. The money come in, but then I want more stuff. So I gotta work hard, play harder, gotta work smarter. Time is money, yeah, money is harder. So I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I was born in this world, I swear, to make a difference. If you need a mentor, I got something for you, kid. Just watch the way I move and try your best to copy it.
Like a CEO, I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star show. I live every day like my last, never know. I run it like a CEO. I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star show. I live every day like my last, never know. I run it like a CEO. I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star show. I live every day like my last, never know. I run it like a CEO. I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star show. I live every day like my last, never know.
I like life, it gives you a chance for greatness. And you can waste it, or you can take it. Take control of your fate and chase it. I've been running towards dreams since I was just a kid. I've been held down, held back, hated. I've been pissed off, mad, frustrated. I've been loved, admired, and finally made it to the other side, where I realized something sacred. It's not about what anyone else thinks of me. It's all about how I live, what's my legacy. Am I happy, did I give fucking everything, or did I hold back, scared of all the uncertainty? I think differently, that's why I'm different, see. That's what happens when you take control of destiny. I have dignity, my pride, it lives in me. And now it's time to teach others how to win with me.
Like a CEO, I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star.
Old school effects out here.
Yo, I'm an addict, addicted to being savage. My life is a little graphic, like HBO making magic. I'm rapping to make that passive money coming from traffic. Doing mental gymnastics, I'm fluid and problematic. You losing if you come at me the wrong way. I've come a long way from sipping on Bombay. It's 1942 now, in this loud mouth, sipping hard in the back of a booth, sold out. I can never get enough. Success is like a drug, the money come in, but then I want more stuff. So I gotta work hard, play harder, gotta work smarter. Time is money, yeah, money is harder. So I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I was born in this world, I swear, to make a difference. If you need a mentor, I got something for you, kid. Just watch the way I move and try your best to copy it.
Like a CEO, I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star show. I live every day like my last, never know. I run it like a CEO. I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star show. I live every day like my last, never know. I run it like a CEO. I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star show. I live every day like my last, never know. I run it like a CEO. I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star show. I live every day like my last, never know.
I like life, it gives you a chance for greatness. And you can waste it, or you can take it. Take control of your fate and chase it. I've been running towards dreams since I was just a kid. I've been held down, held back, hated. I've been pissed off, mad, frustrated. I've been loved, admired, and finally made it to the other side, where I realized something sacred. It's not about what anyone else thinks of me. It's all about how I live, what's my legacy. Am I happy, did I give fucking everything, or did I hold back, scared of all the uncertainty? I think differently, that's why I'm different, see. That's what happens when you take control of destiny. I have dignity, my pride, it lives in me. And now it's time to teach others how to win with me.
CEO, I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star.
Old school effects out here.
Yo, I'm an addict, addicted to being savage. My life is a little graphic, like HBO making magic. I'm rapping to make that passive money coming from traffic. Doing mental gymnastics, I'm fluid and problematic. You losing if you come at me the wrong way. I've come a long way from sipping on Bombay. It's 1942 now, in this loud mouth, sipping hard in the back of a booth, sold out. I can never get enough. Success is like a drug, the money come in, but then I want more stuff. So I gotta work hard, play harder, gotta work smarter. Time is money, yeah, money is harder. So I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I was born in this world, I swear, to make a difference. If you need a mentor, I got something for you, kid. Just watch the way I move and try your best to copy it.
Like a CEO, I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star show. I live every day like my last, never know. I run it like a CEO. I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star show. I live every day like my last, never know. I run it like a CEO. I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star show. I live every day like my last, never know. I run it like a CEO. I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star.
Hello everybody and welcome to Waylander Gaming. This is Waylander here with Scarpscankle. We decided to finally put up some webcams so that we can actually do the drafting, well actually the pre-drafting phase. We're a little bit delayed with the tournament lobby. I'm not sure what the technical issues are there, but the MSA staff are busy sorting that out. And in the meantime, Scarpscankle and we're going to be doing the old school system. We're going to be going through the usual South African style, say, tournament. So we're going to get into the coin toss now, and then it's going to be the pre-lobby bans. Right, so it's Scarpscankle. Let me just do the coin toss. The coin toss will be obviously off stream or off air, but we will try to, okay, maybe let me see if I can get that a little bit shown to everybody. We can't sort of see it. Let's get us a little bit smaller so people can see what is happening.
Okay, so we will indeed have the tournament lobby. Nigel is on his way. He's logging in now. So, yeah, he's there. So everyone needs to leave the lobby and we can jump into the tournament lobby.
Okay, cool. All right. So, tournament lobby it is. While everybody's gonna get that set up there, let us move across and into the tournament lobby. So this, Sean, is going to be an extremely exciting game. It's Heaven's Predators, I think a Mauritian team. If I'm just feeling out the geography here, I think it is a Mauritius side, and up against a Madagascan team. So our neighbors across the water. Looks like they're going to be going head to head in this first game in the upper brackets of the MSA.
Yeah, no, bro, that is indefinitely true. Evans Predators is a Mauritian team and Madagascar from Madagascar. Obviously, they are currently ranked, well, they were ranked second in Madagascar, but yeah, with prominence disbanding, there might be some shifts as we also have Bangang in the MSA Cup. But nonetheless, we are good to go and ready for the tournament lobby. I'm very much excited in this best of three with Heaven's Predators up against Madagascar.
So we're just gonna get everybody into the lobby. Let me just add Shiro. So it's adding Shiro really quickly to the lobby. And then we can see Heaven's Predators are on the blue side, so they will have first pick, first ban, and Madagascar on the red. So second picks, second ban. This does play a certain part in terms of how you strategize for drafting, and to a certain degree does affect how we can say the outcome of a match to a certain degree, depending on how it's going to adjust and deal with your strategy. But that being said, it is the luck of the draw that determines which side you go on to. So it is done prior to any games being played. It's in the fixture list itself that there's always a bit of randomness to it. So a little bit of luck comes into all of this, right? But we do have both teams up. Heaven's Predators, Madagascar, they're all ready. The captains should be ready, and then we're going to get into the game as we just switch off from looking at our faces into the game itself.
For now, yes. And we are good to go. Ready. And bang, bang.
Okay, sweet. For those of you tuning in, if this is your first time, welcome to the stream. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoy the games here. It is South African Mobile Legends Tournament, the MSA Cup. But into the first ban, it's going to be Nizdat for the side of Heaven Predators. 0 HP as their symbol shows us, getting the Suyu out of the way nice and early. Suyu, as we all know, really strong in the jungle at the moment. Once he gets level 3, is really online and can do a lot of damage really early on, and sort of a snowball hero. Shiro for the side of Madagascar, following this up with a Cho ban. So, Scarf, what do you think about the bans so far?
Well, bro, the Chow ban at this point of stage, we know the Chow is very deadly on the roam at this point of stage. And we've been featuring a lot of Suyus. The Suyus, bro, been doing so much damage. And it seems like people have learned him well. But we do see in response, Heaven's Predators banning out the Matilda.
Yeah, I do expect to see a lot of roam bans because this utility roam position right now is extremely strong. It actually prevents a team from rotating the way they'd want to. So if you notice, with teams, once a certain team, whichever team it is, left or right, blue or red, picks up the utility roam, then you're going to see that it becomes very difficult to get ganks towards one side or the other. Because that roam is going to be in and out of your jungle. It just sort of controls your rotation. So getting rid of those utility roams is very, very, very important in my opinion. Unless, of course, you are first pick, then you'd want to save one for yourself. Especially if it's a Cho, because it's a bit of a flex pick. But we see the next two bans coming out, Madagascar, the Granger ban, and Heaven's Predators banning out the Sicilian, Madagascar following this up with Zushin, and it's into the first picks. So far both teams just going for the usual meta bans. Anything like respect-wise or even composition-wise. So as things stand, we're a little bit uncertain what the picks are going to be. We're just going to have to see. Are they going for a split push comp, a set comp? What are they looking for?
As we see Potato picking up the gotcha. And I wanted to ask, do you think the teams are going to pick up the Hylos with these early picks? And it seems like, Xylan is definitely going to answer my question with that.
Yeah, especially with the Zushin being banned out. You can definitely see a high loss in there. But the Bruno pick could also be one that you'd want to go for. I know Layla is still open. The very popular Onyx Philippines pick for a counter is still available there. But Bruno, I mean, if he's there, you gotta pick him. Shiro locking onto the Bruno. Xylan, well, actually, we know he's normally in the jungle, so we're not going to really take a look at that spell Vengeance and say, why is it Vengeance? Why is he not swapping it to Revitalize? Because as we know, as much as you get meta heroes, meta items, you get meta spells as well, and Revitalize is certainly that.
Yeah, 100%, bro. And just as you mentioned, the Bruno is also a nice pick. Shiro picked the Bruno as if he heard you speaking. It seems like we'll be seeing a Layla Vexana combo, as Noah picks up the Layla and Queen picking up the Vexana.
Yeah, so we did expect the Layla pick to come out. Since it wasn't banned and Bruno is the first pick, Layla is one of the hard counters to Bruno. She can, I wouldn't say really out-damage him, but outrange him. So the Layla player may not have the mobility that a Bruno has with his second skill dash and mini stun that goes with it, but definitely can go work with positioning. But I'm really liking the mage pick for the side of Madagascar. It's the Eve pick. Eve now back once again into the meta.
Yeah, and we do see the one, not the only, the God of War Ares on the Eve. That's a bit of a lane change for him. He used to play XP lane.
Well, we will see all the swap outs now, because you've got they're just it's kind of like how the pro teams do it. When the pro teams select, it's like everybody has all the heroes unlocked. So they just, anybody selects, they don't swap each other out or anything. It's just they pick the hero, someone picks it, and then towards the end they all just swap heroes so that it gets to the correct counterpart. So we see the Camilla and Roger being removed. Smart ban from the side of Madagascar with the Camilla ban coming out. Realizing that there is a Vexana, and we all know how strong that Camilla Vexana combination is. Roger is probably being banned out because Roger also, to a certain degree, especially with that Lycan Pounce, does combine with that Camilla ultimate, so it's something that you might want to get rid of. The Hayabusa ban coming in from 0 HP is both a respect and a necessary ban, along with the Joy. They're looking at their two squishies, shall we say, in the Layla and the Vexana, who don't have the greatest mobility. They do have Flicker as the spell, but as we know, that's got an extremely long cooldown. So and with them being very, very unmobile, you want to get rid of the assassin jungles. But there is still, as we know, a fanny pick available. And well, as we see Diddy picking up here, the Ling, which we've seen Xylan feature very heavily on.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see what Niesdat and Apocalypse 23 is going to pick up with their final picks. The Joy ban is actually pretty much for me. I like that ban, as well as the Hayabusa. But more rather so the Joy. The Joy has been devastating last night. I saw the Joy got picked up in both matches. So, yeah, he just remains a broken hero, to be honest.
I'm actually expecting them to go for maybe a Hilda, either Hilda Roam or even on the XP lane. That way might work out for the side of Heaven's Predators, because they do have a Ling being picked up there. So having the Hilda just causes him to be a little bit honest, but they decide to go for the Khalid. Khalid as well, in either the Roam or the XP lane, is going to be very vital for the team. The Alpha pick, very strong, and especially with the composition that Heaven's Predators has, can work out quite nicely. But here we see Larry NB with the final pick for the side of Madagascar, and they're going for a backline dive. So it's a double backline dive. The flickers may not be helping Noah and Queen out here, because I mean, how can you flick? Are you gonna flicker away from the Ling, or you're gonna flicker away from the Yuzong? As we see all the hero swaps that are being done from between the two teams, and well, the countdown begins. Into the game we go.
When we see the swapping out. So, hello, Mr. Wick and Shuren. Hi, good evening. How are you doing on this fine evening today, bro? But yeah, viewers, if you look at the drafts, which side would you favor when looking at the drafts? Both teams have...
Yeah, this is really difficult to tell. Because, I mean, it's a very, very strong draft on either end. It's extremely strong. We do see both jungles starting off on the same side of the jungle. Simply because they do, or teams nowadays especially, it was a South African style only, but now it's become a little bit popular because you do want to get your marksman, your gold lane fed, since gold lane is now finally back in the meta.
Yeah, Tiara saying Madagascar definitely need to play aggressive early on.
Well, it depends, right? Because you've got an Alpha and you've got a Khalid here. Playing aggressively into the two of them might prove to be a little bit dangerous because they have so much of early game potential. Whereas your Ling and your Hylos, okay, Hylos does have that early game. But Eve compared to Vexana doesn't really have that strength of in terms of matchup, because it's going to be it does take a little bit of items for the Eve to come online fully, whereas Vexana, as we know, is just online right from the start. As we see this gold crab being contested here, but it looks like it went to Alpha on these stats here. But we look at Shiro and Ares making a very clever rotation for the side of Madagascar. That is a beautiful rotation from them, as we see both of them went to actually cut down the XP lane. So and they're gonna probably go and share the XP once more and give Hylos the opportunity to get to level. Oh, but there's first blood. Yuzong on the Khalid. Khalid making the just trying to check the bushes to give that little bit of vision, but Yuzong there, Ares sticking around just a little bit longer than would be expected, because what I was expecting was these two to get into position really quickly to try and share the level 4 and Hylos level 4. So beautiful rotation here from the side of Madagascar. They're using, to be honest, this rotation, the Avatar of Guardian, into the turtle here, is going to be able to get it here. It's Ling, he does manage to land the Retri, as the Hylos and Yuzong, putting the Black Dragon form, just keep HP out of the equation. Glorious Pathway does come out. Evil Ray Ultimate as well. It's Yuzong with the engagement. He manages to get one. Is he? Double kill going to the Eve. Yuzong does fall down in that exchange. But there's the Link. He still has that Tempest of Blades. It's gonna land. It's Silent picking up the kill. It's going to be a 3-0. Make that 4-4-1 exchange here in the bot lane. Yeah, but as I was saying, that rotation there that we saw from Madagascar was made popular a few years ago, in fact, by Blacklist International. But it's really good to see a team using it. It was made popular a few years ago, but it's still meta.
Yeah, no, true. As we see, Madagascar having that gold lead just after the 3-minute mark by 2.7k. Make it 1.7k. My maths. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Yeah, so we see Khalid again, bit extended, but the Layla just doing a lot of damage there onto Larry NB on that Bruno. He's gonna have to recall, but he heals up as we check what the items are from both teams. There's a Glorious Pathway out once more from the Hylos. Sphere of Alpha comes out from Needs. That's just to get out of danger there. But Kali with the Sandstorm landing onto 2. Black Dragon form comes out from the Yuzong, but there's a lot of damage being dealt from both teams here as we see Ling just hopping back out of the way. But look at Yuzong. Passive proc takes down a double kill. Wants to go for more. Will it be a triple? Yes, there is a triple. Khalid healing up underneath the safety of the turret. I'm not sure he wants to engage on this user. Ares dominant here in the XP lane.
Yeah, I mean, definitely so, bro. Madagascar being, just overpowered at this point of stage with their plays.
Yeah, as we see that they've picked up an almost 4k gold lead. Ling just coming in to Retri and secure the objective. Did he Retri? He didn't even use the Retri yet as they save it for the jungle invade. Once more the engagements coming out. It's Eve with Ultimate just zoning everybody away, making sure Alpha can't even contest his blue buff. This is 2 buffs he's lost so far. The Vexana Tempest of Blade comes out from the Link, hits the 4 swords, gets away, but taking a lot of damage from the turrets, almost taken down. As Layla, if she actually knew he was there on the wall, one cannon blast away from getting a kill onto the Link.
Some crazy plays, but Larry NB and the Hylos seems to be wanting to cut that lane as they want that. But the Glorious Pathway gets committed onto the Layla.
Yeah, Layla taking a lot of damage, being forced back. Bruno now sort of online. The Revitalize does come out from the Hylos, just giving himself a bit of heal so that they can continue this push. They probably want to take down more turrets here. They do have the opportunity with the Eve being close, but as things stand, it's Vexana has to get this mid lane wave pushed in, but it's gonna go back onto the retreat because not knowing where the Ling is always a bit of a problem. But there's the engagement. This is gonna be the follow-up. Ling comes in there, the Eternal Guard committed by the Vexana, but the Sandstorm catching the Ling. He uses those fast fingers to escape, manages to get out of trouble. But it is going to be a 3-0 exchange going in favor of Madagascar.
They are busy cooking, or are they baking a cake?
Yeah, very dominant from both from them so far in this game, taking advantage of that rotation strategy that they used. And considering how they scale, I mean, you got the Bruno, you got the Eve, you got the Ling. These heroes scale into the late game, whereas you got your Khalid and Alpha. They come online much earlier. So this is looking very dangerous for the side of Heaven's Predators.
Yeah, bro, and that's going to, they need to definitely pull a rabbit out of the hat, bro. As we see, Madagascar just going for that tier 2 turret in the bot lane. But yeah, discipline and defense.
Glorious
As we see
Pathway
that.
comes out. It's the Eternal card from the Vexana. Yuzong goes in there. He's just jumping on everybody. He manages to get 2 kills, but it is Shiro who does fall down for the side of Madagascar, so they do get a kill on the board. But there's the Ling once more. Is he going to commit that Tempest of Blade? He's taking a lot of target damage. He does commit it, gets the sword combination, dashes out. It's a 3-for-2 exchange going in favor of Madagascar, but they do right now have the map control.
And 8.9k gold lead at this point of stage.
Yeah, but we can't count Heaven's Predators out of the equation just yet. They do have the Layla and Vexana. So right now it's all about getting the Layla fed. The strat in my mind would be to give her everything. Give her the jungle farm, give her the lane, the waves from the lane as much as you can feed the Layla, and then use the rest of the 3 heroes as a frontliner. But here we see the engagement. It's the Sandstorm with the Avatar of Guardian being committed as well, but it's going to be 2 down for the side of Madagascar, but there's Ling with the jump in. Will Alpha be able to get him? Oh my word, they do manage to get the shutdown kill on the Ling, make that a 3-for-1 exchange. It was only Queen on the Vexana who was taken down further side. Oh, but there's another kill. It's only Bruno left alive, and this is with 3 seconds left to the objective, which is the Lord. It's just Larry NB on this Bruno, who is there to do something.
Heaven's Predators out here with the deadly defense.
Yeah, so we get a lot of poke damage, Sandstorm, onto Larry NB, but he's just doing so much damage there. He does manage to get a kill. He needs to be able to flick out. He doesn't. He did have the flicker. I thought he was going to flicker out here. But Eve comes in there with the glorious pathway from the Hylos and takes down a very important return kill for the side of Madagascar. It was the jungle. It was Alpha being taken down.
Some clutch plays, bro. Heaven's Predators needed to go for that Lord when they had the advantage and not chase the Bruno, in my opinion. But still, it ain't over till the cookie crumbles, hey?
Yeah, the Bruno was overextended. I can understand the chase. I can. But they needed some of their team to position for that. It's all about watching the timer. When you could see Madagascar was respawning, and then you knew, okay, I've got to set up as 2 heroes chase down the Bruno. Even though the Rome did die, you did manage to take down the Bruno. If the rest of the team actually positioned to catch Madagascar as they rotated to try and counter gank, it could have been a completely different story.
You see the glorious pathway.
Once more, Ling into the backline, gets the Tempest of Blade off. He's dancing around here, trying to land that onto Noah. Manages to get the kill, is taken down himself. But that was a lovely kill to get, even though it was... actually, no, he didn't get taken down. He actually managed to get out as the Lord is busy taking the tier 3 turret. So this is a tier 3 turret with an unenhanced Lord coming through as Madagascar. They sense blood like a shark in the water. They want to go for the kill. It's getting really close. The Nexus is almost exposed, but the Layla and Vexana are back. It's going to be the concealed play coming out from the Kali trying to get the team close, but this Nexus is being taken down, and it is Madagascar getting the first game in this best of 3 series here in the upper brackets.
Yeah, no, GG's well played to both teams. I'm very interested to see what's going to happen in the second game's draft. Will Heaven's Predators be able to get a comeback and a W on them and take us into the sudden death round, or will Madagascar just take it all the way? I mean, we just need to look at Diddy on the Hylos, bro, taking the MVP with an 11.5 score.
Yeah. So we'll have both teams back in the lobby once more. And it's going to be into the drafting phase as I hand you over to Skarpskenkel. He'll lead us through the beginning bits of the draft, and then we're going to get into the game once again.
Yeah, no, let's go. We see Madagascar has got one member that left the lobby. Could this be a possible substitute coming in for Madagascar? And viewers, what is your opinion about that matchup? Let me take a quick glance at the polls. So the viewers curse not coming in this first match, as Madagascar went in the match as favorites by 70% to take the W, and well, they just did that. So I'm 100% sure Madagascar will be thanking the viewers for not cursing them tonight. Alright, we see both teams are ready and good to go for the second round. Let's go as I take you through the drafting phase. Yeah, Tiara, I have to say Madagascar was definitely on fire in that first match. It just seemed like everything went well. The map control, the map awareness, and just chasing those micro objectives at early on. It definitely paid off. And yeah, let's see if they are able to do it again. Or will Heaven's Predators seen their tactic and learned from it and try and cut them off in those early micro steals? Sign up saying this is going to be easy for Madagascar to take. Well, let's see. Maybe Heaven's Predators comes back in the second match. But everyone, thank you for joining us. Please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. We have another matchup after this first match, so we're very much excited about that. As we do have Dark Harvest facing off against Yen, so that's a definite must watch. And I know there's a lot of fans for both teams going into the second match. Well, the second MSA Cup round of the upper brackets. Okay, alright, and into the drafting screen we are. Shiro with the first ban. Banning out the Chow without any hesitation. Like we mentioned earlier, is the Chow with that utility roam is deadly. Heaven's Predators definitely respecting that Bruno pick as they ban out the Bruno, the God of War, Harris. Yeah, sign-ups. Kemi will be playing later on. So, yeah, please, guys, we are only 4 subs away from a achievement for us, which is 500 subs. So, please go and share the stream. I know this is an early show and people are probably still more than likely heading home or getting ready. But without further ado, let me get back into the drafting as we see Madagascar banning out the Hayabusa. And Noah with the next ban. You are always more than welcome. Okay, we see Heaven's Predators banning out the Granger. Like I wanted to say, you're always more than welcome to even share it on your bride groups and just say, hey guys, come and support these guys. Just give them a sub and a like and a thumbs up, you know. We would appreciate that. As we see Madagascar banning the Gacha Gacha. So no Avatar of Guardian going to be committed there. So very much interested to see how are they going to respond with the pick. As we did see the Gacha Gacha featuring in the previous match. Queen with the next ban. Yeah, sign-ups, my guy. All of us needs to be a fanboy of someone.
My mission is to protect lives.
As we see Heaven's Predators banning out the high loss. They didn't like the high loss going into the previous match, but that does leave, well, the Sicilian open, as we see Shiro picking up the Sicilian. But that also does leave the Zushin open for a pick. I mean, just come on, just look at that. Look at that. As we see Queen picking up the Zushin. Mad says yes. Share everywhere, even on your grandmother's cook and tea groupie. As we see Apocalypse 23 picking up the Camilla. So we will be seeing some cursed blood action coming in from Heaven's Predators. But Larry and B, well, showing the Marshal. Will the Marshal be picked up? I don't know what Ares is going to pick because, well, he's pretty much just running through all of the heroes. I wouldn't mind seeing a Grok, to be honest. That would be refreshing again. I've been liking the Groks in the tournament. Yeah, in 30, I would say the Call Me pick is very good. But it's if you look at the picks right now at this point of stage, the Matilda would possibly be able to get her team out of that animation time which comes in from the Cursed Blood. As we see Zyland picking up the Gushin and Ricky on the Matilda. Knees that. Showing us the Roger. Will he be taking up the Mr. Werewolf Man himself? Apparently Mads was not child friendly when she asked for the live stream to be shared even on, well, the grandmother's baking group. And Pete Pompin saying, Giora, the chat police is going to come and fetch you, Mads, so behave please. I don't want the chat police to rock up here at my house. As we see Potato from Heaven's Predators coming in with the 4th ban for Heaven's Predators.
Yeah, so we do get to see the Matilda pick coming out. Though I do like to see the Matilda Alpha combination. Because Alpha was still available, but Zylan here opting for the Gushin. We have seen him do some devastating things on that Gushin in both the MLMA and now in the MSA so far.
Matt's got banned out of the chat.
That's funny. And you know what's nice about this shot is that I actually have I changed the settings so we get to see the live chat on the replays. So if you're
that's nice, bro. His screenshot moments. He's looking at me, staring at me very deviously as we see the Zushan and Clint ban coming in from both teams. And well, Heaven's Predators definitely capitalizing on those 50 seconds as they ban out the Khalid.
Yeah. So it's the final It's the final ban coming out there for the side of Madagascar. Ares with the final ban. So based on the draft so far, I would expect it's going to be probably an MM ban for them, or maybe an XP lane, maybe, but most probably going to be an MM ban. Both teams haven't picked up the marksman just yet, or they decide to go for that the Hilda XP because they don't want to get to deal with that extra pressure that can be placed on by a Hilda. As we see, Nizrat is allowed to pick up his Roger. It is his comfort pick, shall we say. Again, one of the heroes who he shone with in the previous round that took HP, 0 HP into the upper brackets.
Yeah, bro, to be honest, I'm loving the Gilda ban. But that doesn't mean, there's not different heroes to select in that Gildas roam role. But we see Potato picking up the Povius, and well, you did mention it. You want to see the Alpha, but Ares just showing you that the Alpha was still a possibility.
Yeah.
Or he's just gonna troll us again with the heroes.
Time and tide wait for no man, nor girl.
So is he gonna go for a Ruby? I'm not too sure about the Ruby into the Phoveus pick here, but it comes down to how you're gonna be playing that heroes. Larry NB picking up the Beatrix, so really strong MM to have Beatrix at this moment in time. One of the absolute meta marksmen, the must-have marksmen, along with Bruno. But the Bruno was banned out, so there isn't going to be no Bruno available. However, you got Ares as the only real front line for the side of Madagascar. They are going to definitely be going for a lot of pick-off styles here. Whereas with the Camilla pick especially, and the Zushin, and the Phoveus, the 0 HP have a lot of team fight potential. I would have actually went maybe a little bit different in terms of the final two picks for the side of Madagascar. Looking at the team fight composition that HP were building, it would have been nice to have some lane push potential. I mean, you do have massive wave clear from both the Sicilian and the Beatrix, but well, we're gonna get to see. There is that split push potential for the side of 0 HP as well with the Moskov, so picking up the Moskov into the Beatrix. Gonna use the passive of Moskov, which gives him a bit of an extended attack range to try and deal with that Beatrix. So Piet Pompis, huge fan of Moskov's, as we see in the chat.
5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield.
Yeah, bro. But yeah, I'm very interested to see, because the one team has got that high movability options and the assassin playstyle, and the other team is more aimed for team fights. So the late game is definitely going to be very much interesting.
Yeah, so Gushin and Raja both, Gushin actually just getting his jungle cleared a little bit faster than the Raja. Raja using that retribution a bit early, but I don't think anybody knows that he's used that retribution nice and early. Is he going to go for the litho? I don't think so, especially since he used the retribution. But look at Madagascar making a really quick early rotation here. Moskov not the easiest to engage upon. He still has the flicker as well. But he just second skills himself out of harm's way, does Noah. As Larry NB just tries to zone out the Moskov. He's getting a bit of poke back, but there's the Camilla coming in. Does land the stun. However, there is a sort of small mini skirmish there happening around the buffs. Both Raja and the Kushin are level 4, but neither of them want to really go in just yet. They're respecting one another. Sanguine Claws does come out onto the Zushin here, as Camilla pops the Revitalize just to heal her teammates back up once more, as the Madagascar just applying a bit of pressure in here, using the range of the Sicilian's first skill, just to poke and keep 0 HP at arm's length.
Yeah, bro, 100%. And well, yeah, they just need to play safe and bait the skills.
Yeah. As we do see a bit of an engage there, nice camp out by the Phoveus. Expecting the Gushin to come in and try and steal a little bit of farm away from.
We do see Heaven's Predators.
Yeah, they're in position right now. Deciding to start the turtle early. Roger not wanting to go for the level 5 retribution, but the turtle does get reset. As we see a stun and a knockback. The follow-up here onto the Matilda. She's going to have to second skill away. But there's the Ruby into the front line, just trying to do a lot of zoning out here, but taking so much damage from the Phobias. There's Zushin with the poke damage. However, Gushin does jump in here. He's gonna get taken down. First blood to the Roger. as we see Zushin with the lift off onto the Sicilian. So that engagement exchange going in the favor of Heaven's Predators. As we were saying in the drafting phase, they do have the better team fight composition with the heroes that they have. So right now things return to the much more calmer waters here. We just expect to see both teams scouting out, trying to make sure that they both stay honest. The second skill from Larry just to dash back to the safety of his turret. Doesn't want to engage on anything just yet. We do have Apocalypse there. Yeah, he did use the Cursed Blood earlier, which is what helped get his team set up for taking that Lord. They have built up almost a 1k gold lead at this moment in time. Well, it is a 1k gold lead, but there's the Cursed Blood coming out here. Engagement, it's going to be Sicilian taken down here. Do we have the follow-up damage? Gushin does come in and manage to get a kill, so it's 2 down for the side of HP. But there's the follow-up. Roger just wanting to keep everybody honest, sending Madagascar back to the jungle. So it was a 2-for-1 exchange going in the favor of Madagascar. And so the gold lead being whittled down. It's just now 300 gold or 200 gold.
Yeah, we do see Beatrix at this point of stage. She is the front runner with the gold on her side, with a solid 3k gold lead to her.
Yeah. So we just get the builds up really quickly so everyone can take a look at it before we get into the next action sequence, which is gonna be happening really soon. Oh, nice pickup from Zylan onto the Zushin there. That whole combination from Gushin onto Zushin as we get to Ryan.
What a wordplay there coming in from Waylander, the man himself.
Yeah, so nice zoning out Ruby into the back line here, just trying to create the space. The Cursed Blood does land with the Phobius out, and is going to be doing it Super Mario style, jumping in onto everybody. Moskov did get the, look at Matilda, just use that mobility to disengage. So it was just Gushin that was taken down, and the turtle did go in the favor of Heaven's Predators, but they're continuing the engagement onto the Beatrix. She gets the rocket barrage off just to make sure her lane is cleared, and Larry NB back to the safety of his own turret, clearing out some jungle, just trying to get a bit of extra farm going. This is the point in time where it's beyond the 5-minute mark, so we should start to see both XP laners start to rotate quite a lot. Oh, well, we hopefully would see both the XP laners start to rotate quite a lot. As you can see that already here from the Phobius, starting up the blue buff, probably going to summon his team here to try and get a bit of a steal. He doesn't manage to do anything much there, just causes it to be reset as Gushin just comes in to take his buff. I think maybe a little bit of lack of communication. Sanguine Claws once out once again from Shiro. But here in the bot lane, Larry and B using the machine gun, taking down the first turret of the game, putting a lot of pressure on the Moskov. He has to recall as we watch Apocalypse 23 on the Camilla, just scouting out. But Larry and B in a nice position here, tries to get a bit of poke damage, knowing the Matilda is around. Oh, but there's going to be the Gushin into the backline there, engaging on the Zushin, but this time around gets taken down. Zushin there using that Purify to get to a bit of safety from that combination from Gushin. So the second game, 1k gold lead once again to the side, building it up once again is Heaven's Predators. This first game here, the second game here, is just turning out to be a little bit more evenly matched up, as we do see the XP laners going at it once again. Camilla, she does have that Cursed Blood available and the Revitalizer as well, creating the space. It's going to be the Ruby and Sicilian who managed to get a kill on the XP lane. They're going to try and push this to try and gain a bit more map control. as the Beatrix comes in to defend the mid lane. Does Moskov realize this, that there's something happening around the mid lane? Circling Eagle comes out from the Matilda, but she's going to have to second skill away. There's a lot of damage. Oh, the Cursed Blood lands, but only onto one. It's just onto the Matilda, so it's going to be a reset from both teams. But the Ruby is thinking about not resetting as Moskov gets a push in here, but does Noah have the ability to escape the attentions of both Beatrix and Matilda? She doesn't quite have that circling Eagle, but he's getting taken down quite low. It's a killing spree for Beatrix. Just a couple of machine gun hits and down goes Moskov.
Yeah, and I just wanted to mention that Heaven's Predators have not been allowing Madagascar to come and invade on the micro objectives, but Madagascar just shifting their focus onto the turrets in the lanes and just getting
so
those
it's going to
pick-offs.
be the circling Eagle that came out with the Ruby into the back line. They managed to get a bit of a kill, but there's the Roger. He's on the hunt. He's going to try and chase down as many people as he can. He still has that Lycan Pounce available. He does use it, but oh, the shield from Matilda keeping him alive. Gushin, however, took the opportunity to try and push this top lane even further, almost taking down a tier 2 turret.
Yeah, Madagascar trying to apply the pressure in the lanes.
Yeah, that's their best option at this moment. That Cursed Blood, when it lands and everybody's grouped up, is just going to cause a lot of havoc. So they're going to have to maintain and control this match by controlling the map. So Cursed Blood comes out once more, but the Matilda is there to second skill to just keep the Sicilian safe. So Shiro commits the Bat's Feast to prevent any other further engagement. But so there will be no Bat's Feasts available for this next objective. Circling Eagle comes out, knocks up 2, but the follow-up from the Ruby, absolutely beautiful. Double kill for a Sicilian. However, it's going to be Ares who's taken down on the Ruby in exchange. Here's Roger. He wants to get in here. He's got the Lycan Pounce. Oh, he gets an unstoppable shutdown kill onto the Beatrix. But there's Gushin with the full combo, taking down the Roger and getting a shutdown himself. It is time for the Lord, but this mid lane battle is not done yet. As Gushin, he wants to go in shotgun style, manages to get a kill. It's a double kill here for the Sicilian. I think the mid lane should fall. Oh, but there's the Moskov. He manages to get the ulti in to save the mid lane. Clutch play coming out from Noah.
Yeah, 100%, bro. Heaven's Predators just overstaying their welcome there for a minute. But Moskov coming in there to save that mid lane turret was, like you said, clutch plays.
Yeah, so once again,
this does leave the opportunity for Madagascar to come in on the first Lord of the match.
Yeah, so this should be an uncontested Lord as the players from Heaven's Predators are respawning and trying to get back into position. All they need to do now is mount the defense. They do have a very strong defensive capability, as we see Moskov doing what a Moskov should be doing on the top lane on the mini-map here. Just making sure that there's a bit of pressure on that the lane the Lord is pushing on. But here we see the engagement. The mid lane turret does fall. Circling Eagle has been committed onto actually everybody but the Matilda was slightly overextended with that. Circling Eagle gets taken down. Roger wants to continue the engagement. Moskov does land the ultimate. Everybody's low. The Roger, he's got the Lycan Pounce. He wants to try to get into the backline. He could get a maniac if he landed that Lycan Pounce. However, it is a 1-for-1 exchange. It was the Camilla that was taken down for the side of Heaven's Predators, or by the from Heaven's Predators in that last engagement. That Roger, so close to landing that Lycan Pounce, could have been a possible maniac being set up. Oh, but there's Moskov. He manages to get the kill. He's got the life steal. He wants to go in further. It's going to be a double kill. Does he have the ability to get the stunner? Oh, Ruby comes in there. Nice play from Noah on the Moskov, getting the double kill when he was in a 3v1 situation, but Ruby coming in with that sight, almost sort of sweeping the Moskov into his demise.
Even though with all those engagements, Heaven's Predator still has the gold lead, but by only 500.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Ooh, but there's the engagement here onto the Ruby. Moskov does land the ultimate. He can have the ability to dive into the backline, but Madagascar respecting that and deciding not to engage onto any particular bit of team fight. It's all going to be a game of map control right now. Pickoffs for any overextensions, just getting a bit of poke. They are trying to engage onto the Camilla here. So Camilla taking a ton of damage. Monster kill for the Sicilian. As Phobius, he's into the backline, manages to knock up two. He's going to engage further. It's going to be the Gushin. He tries to get that ultimate off, but look at the Phobius. He doesn't care about anything. It's going to be two taken down for the side of Madagascar as Heaven's Predators are engaging further. Lycan Pounce coming in, just making sure he gets the kill. It's going to be a triple kill for the Roger. It's going to be another. Yes, it is. They managed to get a full team wipe.
Oh boy, that Roger is probably peeved as that Zushin stole his maniac.
Well, right now in this kind of pressure situations, he was be like, all right, we got the kills. We can possibly take down the turret. They do, even with the shield being up here. Are they going to go for it? I think they're going to be going for the Lord here. Moskov needs to get out of the dodge here as the poke damage comes in from the Sicilian. But that was nice play from the side of Evans Predators. They're going to have in pole position to take this Lord. Moskov coming to join in here. They're not going to be able to give anybody the opportunity to engage. Camilla sacrificing herself to create the space for her team. So won't be there for the lane push. However, having a tier 3 turret down and the enhanced Lord on your side is going to create a strong bit of advantage for Heaven's Predators in this moment in time. But that being said, Madagascar still have some massive wave clear potential with that Beatrix and Sicilian. And the longer this game goes on, the more the Sicilian is going to start to hurt. So Lord being allowed to push by himself through the mid lane and is taken down fairly quickly by the side of Madagascar. They are trying to mount a defense here. There's the engagement onto the Roger. Oh, beautiful coming in from with the circling eagle shutdown kill going to the Sicilian. To definitely a hero that you'd want to get that shutdown kill as we get the items up online so you can see how close Sicilian is to the full build. I did build that Sky Piercer, almost done with the third and final item.
But just look at that, the Roger and Moskov over 10k with the gold. And only the Sicilian from the side of Madagascar over the 10k gold.
Oh, Ruby with a hook in here. The Revitalize comes out, but it's going to be the Cursed Blood that does manage to pick up a return kill. But Madagascar, they managed to take down another one here. So it was a 1-for-1 exchange. It was Gushin. Silent on the Gushin who was taken down, and it was Camilla who fell. So HP Woodfield, they got the better of the exchange. But it is really this mid lane turret. Ooh, it's going to be the Vengeance popped by the Phobius. Did he overextend here? Do they have the damage? Yes, they do, Madagascar. And they managed to take down the Phobius. He would respawn in time to help his team contest with the Lord. It is just under a minute to go for that next Lord. It won't be the 18-minute mark Lord if both teams start off with the Lord immediately. Possibly we would see a little bit of a dance happening around there that might take us to that 18-minute Lord, where we will see that the first level of enhancement from the Lord. So it could be an opportunity for one of the two teams to end.
Yeah, but Madagascar just well, bro, very deadly. If they catch anyone just a little bit out of position, that hero is gone. It's deleted. It's back to the Nexus.
Yeah, that is true. So we're looking at Madagascar here, just trying to establish a bit of map control by pushing the lanes through as a full 5-man. Camilla in a very clever position. I don't think anybody is going to be checking that bush. Did she reveal herself, however? That was just a small poking out from there. I'm not sure if they know yet. There's going to be the Matilda scouting out the Camilla. Camilla was in a lovely position for obvious with the engagement here. Curse Blood does land. However, the Matilda's second skill is managing to keep everybody out. It's going to be 2 down, but he's nuts. He's into the backline. He's going to get the Lycan pounds. He does take down the Sicilian. So, Zushin coming in here, but it is a 2-for-1 exchange. But we see the lane push coming in. Moscow, he's trying to get the Nexus locked on, but the Roger and the Moscow fall. It's 4 left, 4 down for the side of Heaven's Predators. We see Madagascar trying to push this through to the end. They've got about 20 seconds to try to do this, but the lanes are just not in their favor, so they decide to opt against this, going for the Lord. They want to start it early. They don't even leave that 8 seconds that was left till the 18-minute mark. They were like, look, we might as well take it down now. We don't want to give anybody the chance to respawn and potentially cause some chaos.
Just as you say that, Heaven's Predators team spawns up.
Yeah, so circling Eagle from the Matilda, and she dashes away, just getting a little bit of poke damage onto the Zushin. So it's going to be all hands to the defense here for the side of Heaven's Predators. They do have that potential to defend this quite nicely with the team fight composition they have. So it's going to be Madagascar who have to be very careful as to how they're going to play this. They need their lanes to be synced up. They need the Lord to make the charge into the base. But there is a wave coming as Moscow is melting, or starting to melt this Lord down. It looks like the side of Madagascar don't really want to push with the Lord. The Lord making its way all the way close to that tier 3 turret, but not even touching it, as we see the defensive abilities coming out from the side of HP. So Moscow here just... sorry?
And Madagascar just swinging that gold lead back to their favor.
Yeah. Taking down those extra turrets did help. But we're at that moment in time in the game where gold lead doesn't matter. It's only going to be the roams that should not be full build. But we also notice Gushin slightly behind in farm compared to the Roger. Not quite full build yet as well. It is that 6 deaths, Gushin being 5, 6, and 5. I mean, it's not often we get to see Gushin. I think it was only Silent for the side of Madagascar who has been playing Gushin in these tournament matches. He's not the most meta hero at this moment in time, because he also needs to snowball a little bit in order to truly come online. As we see a small skirmish happening around the blue buff of Heaven's Predators, Madagascar doing a very nice job of keeping their lanes, keeping the lanes pressured, especially considering they have lost 2 of their tier 3 turrets.
Yeah, no, definitely, bro. But I think this last Lord, well, this Lord that's coming up now in 30 seconds is definitely going to be the last Lord.
Yeah, it's going to be a do or die situation here. As we do see Gushin in a very nice camp. This is beautiful play here from Xylan. Doing the wave cut. It's what you want to do as an assassin jungle. Just cut the wave, get a slow push going. He's got a very nice slow push set up so far. She's going for not a slow push, but the full push. That just gives his team the opportunity to set out without too much of pressure being placed onto them. So Gushin, with that, for any one of you who want to know why he was in that particular position, that's the reason. Getting the wave cut there helps your team achieve the objective. As you can see, Madagascar are in a very nice position to take this objective, though they don't want to be too hasty. They want to bait out skills. They want to force that, especially that Camilla's Curse Blood out before anything happens. But here we see the engagement onto the Ruby. Ruby getting knocked back, CC'd. The control, circling Eagle comes out a bit defensively there, but Ares is going to just keep his himself alive with the help of Ricky there, but the Lord did go to the side of Madagascar, and this is the 8-minute Lord, and this was the moment they were waiting for. Phovius trying to get an engagement going, gets taken down, so it is now looking like, oh, look at the damage coming out from Sicilian. It's just one first kill, less than half health for Noah, as the Lord charges up, makes his way through the mid lane turret. Will they be able to create the angle for Beatrix to get the push? It's going to be the Circling Eagle out once again from the Matilda. They need the Lord to focus in onto the base. The Cursed Blood does land onto to 4 members, but the damage being dealt from both the Sicilian and the Beatrix. The Nexus is exposed. They need to get the lock on, but the Beatrix, she wants to go for kills. She's not interested in locking onto the base. Right, it's the Lord doing so much work. It's just one hit away. The minions take it. Beatrix, they're almost throwing the game for a team, but Madagascar pulling the rabbit out of the hat and taking this upper bracket match 2-0, moving through to the next phase of the MSA.
Yeah, 100%, bro. That Moskov nearly catching those minions at the end. But, oh boy, but GG's well played to both teams. This was entertaining, as per usual.
That is true, that is true. So we're going to head on now into the next phase, which is going to be the next game. We're just going to have to wait to see if both the teams are ready. We know we had that game scheduled at 8:30. It is going to be Dark Harvest up against Yen.
That is, bro, the next match is definitely going to be very, very juicy.
Agreed, my friend. I am super excited. Dark Harvest, very, very strong team. They did beat, I think it was Purveyors of Pain that took them off into the upper brackets. And Yin, as we know, we've featured Yin so much on the channel since the start of the channel. Just so you know, my friend, you are on the webcam.
Oh, I did not know that. There was a bit of a delay onto YouTube there. But thank you for warning me there.
just so you know. So that game is going to be taking place should be taking place at 8:30. But we'll just wait for Nigel to let us know exactly what's going on, so that we can either get ready for the next tournament lobby. Other team's going to be here. Will we get to start the game early? It is a Friday night after all. We know people are excited to watch the game, but they're also excited to do other things on this Friday evening. So we'll get to see what Nigel has to say. And then so we know where to proceed from here.
Well, it seems like he is asking for them, where are they at? So, more than very highly possible that we will jump into the next match.
Yeah, that is.
So, yeah, I mean, just with that last match between Madagascar and Heaven's Predators, the Carmilla are playing so beautifully early on, catching the heroes out of position, and then, nearly both marksmen throwing the match at the end.
Yeah.
Both the Beatrix and the Moskov.
Yeah, going for that the war. I mean, there was that second game was very, very closely contested. Granted, the first match didn't go that way. Madagascar did storm through in the first match, showed a dominant performance. Just I think maybe one minor blip when it came to the team fight. One potential team fight where there was just a little bit of a blip there, but they pulled things through, managed to take the first game in the series, and now onto coming through very clutch in this game. So showing themselves to be a very strong team, a team to be on the lookout for, moving through to the next round of the MSA in the upper brackets as well. But for all the Heaven's Predators fans, don't you stress. Your team is still in the competition. They'll just drop down to the lower bracket quarter-final games.
Yeah, so like I said, the teams that lose tonight, you will see them back in action next week.
Yeah. Actually, I need to set these windows a little bit better, don't you think?
You can use that opportunity. And guys, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. We are only 4 subs away from our 500 mark. we would definitely, honestly, appreciate the love coming in from you guys tonight. We are indeed, fact, doing this for you
We
with
are,
love.
yeah, so we are really close to that 500 sub mark, which is a small milestone in the journey that will be YouTube. But I'm really excited for next year. The plans that like we were talking to the guys from MSA, the guys from King of the Hill, and all the various other organizations. There's a lot of exciting things going to be happening next year. I think maybe we'll once the year end meeting, so to speak, are done, Skarpskenko, let's actually go ahead and maybe release some of the information on like a little video, so that people can have an idea. And but remember, these things are not going to be set in stone. It's just a rough timetable as to what we expect for Mobile Legends in South Africa going forward, especially now that we have the tournament lobby that was being supplied to us by the MSA.
Yeah, bro, 100%. As you said it, I started smiling because I'm very excited for what is to come from us next, bro. And I hope the viewers are just as excited as we are. I mean, with the sky's the limit, especially with the future and what we have got planned for
Yes.
everyone.
Yeah, so some very exciting stuff. But I think while the teams get ready to, I think that they are going to be sticking to that around 8:30 time. So from myself, Skarpskenko, from myself, Waylander, and Skarpskenko, we're just going to take a, as they say, pause for the cause, and just get the music playing for all you guys, as we will be back live shortly, bringing you Dark Harvest up against Yin.
Old school effects out here.
Yo, I'm an addict, addicted to being savage. My life is a little graphic, like HBO making magic. I'm rapping to make that passive money coming from traffic, doing mental gymnastics. I'm fluid and problematic. You losing if you come at me the wrong way. I've come a long way from sipping on Bombay. It's 1942 now, in this loud mouth, sipping hard in the back of a booth, sold out. I can never get enough. Success is like a drug. The money come in, but then I want more stuff. So I gotta work hard, play harder, gotta work smarter. Time is money, yeah, money is harder. So I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I was born in this world, I swear, to make a difference. If you need a mentor, I got something for you, kid. Just watch the way I move and try your best to copy it.
Like a CEO, I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star show. I live every day like my last, never know. I run it like a CEO. I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star show. I live every day like my last, never know. I run it like a CEO. I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star show. I live every day like my last, never know. I run it like a CEO. I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star show. I live every day like my last, never know.
I like life, it gives you a chance for greatness. And you can waste it, or you can take it. Take control of your fate and chase it. I've been running towards dreams since I was just a kid. I've been held down, held back, hated. I've been pissed off, mad, frustrated. I've been loved, admired, and finally made it to the other side, where I realized something sacred. It's not about what anyone else thinks of me. It's all about how I live, what's my legacy. Am I happy, did I give fucking everything, or did I hold back, scared of all the uncertainty? I think differently, that's why I'm different, see. That's what happens when you take control of destiny. I have dignity, my pride, it lives in me. And now it's time to teach others how to win with me.
CEO, I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star.
Old school effects out here.
Yo, I'm an addict, addict, addicted to being savage. My life is a little graphic, like HBO making magic. I'm rapping to make that passive money coming from traffic. Doing mental gymnastics, I'm fluid and problematic. You losing if you come at me the wrong way. I've come a long way from sipping on Bombay. It's 1942 now, in this loud mouth, sipping hard in the back of a booth, sold out. I can never get enough. Success is like a drug, the money come in, but then I want more stuff. So I gotta work hard, play harder, gotta work smarter. Time is money, yeah, money is harder. So I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I was born in this world, I swear, to make a difference. If you need a mentor, I got something for you, kid. Just watch the way I move and try your best to copy it.
Like a CEO, I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star show. I live every day like my last, never know. I run it like a CEO. I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star show. I live every day like my last, never know. I'm running like a CEO. I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star show. I live every day like my last, never know. I'm running like a CEO. I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star show. I live every day like my last, never know.
I like life, it gives you a chance for greatness. And you can waste it, or you can take it. Take control of your fate and chase it. I've been running towards dreams since I was just a kid. I've been held down, held back, hated. I've been pissed off, mad, frustrated. I've been loved, admired, and finally made it to the other side, where I realized something sacred. It's not about what anyone else thinks of me. It's all about how I live, what's my legacy. Am I happy, did I give fucking everything, or did I hold back, scared of all the uncertainty? I think differently, that's why I'm different, see. That's what happens when you take control of destiny. I have dignity, my pride, it lives in me. And now it's time to teach others how to win with me.
CEO, I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star.
Old school effects out here.
Yo, I'm an addict, addicted to being savage. My life is a little graphic, like HBO making magic. I'm rapping to make that passive money coming from traffic. Doing mental gymnastics, I'm fluid and problematic. You losing if you come at me the wrong way. I've come a long way from sipping on Bombay. It's 1942 now, in this loud mouth, sipping hard in the back of a booth, sold out. I can never get enough. Success is like a drug, the money come in, but then I want more stuff. So I gotta work hard, play harder, gotta work smarter. Time is money, yeah, money is harder. So I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I was born in this world, I swear, to make a difference. If you need a mentor, I got something for you, kid. Just watch the way I move and try your best to copy it.
Like a CEO, I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star show. I live every day like my last, never know. I run it like a CEO. I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star show. I live every day like my last, never know. I'm running like a CEO. I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star show. I live every day like my last, never know. I'm running like a CEO. I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star show. I live every day like my last, never know.
I like life, it gives you a chance for greatness. And you can waste it, or you can take it. Take control of your fate and chase it. I've been running towards dreams since I was just a kid. I've been held down, held back, hated. I've been pissed off, mad, frustrated. I've been loved, admired, and finally made it to the other side, where I realized something sacred. It's not about what anyone else thinks of me. It's all about how I live, what's my legacy. Am I happy, did I give fucking everything, or did I hold back, scared of all the uncertainty? I think differently, that's why I'm different, see. That's what happens when you take control of destiny. I have dignity, my pride, it lives in me. And now it's time to teach others how to win with me.
CEO, I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star.
Old school effects out here.
Yo, I'm an addict, addicted to being savage. My life is a little graphic, like HBO making magic. I'm rapping to make that passive money coming from traffic. Doing mental gymnastics, I'm fluid and problematic. You losing if you come at me the wrong way. I've come a long way from sipping on Bombay. It's 1942 now, in this loud mouth, sipping hard in the back of a booth, sold out. I can never get enough. Success is like a drug. The money come in, but then I want more stuff. So I gotta work hard, play harder, gotta work smarter. Time is money, yeah, money is harder. So I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I was born in this world, I swear, to make a difference. If you need a mentor, I got something for you, kid. Just watch the way I move and try your best to copy it.
Like a CEO, I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star show. I live every day like my last, never know. I run it like a CEO. I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star show. I live every day like my last, never know. I run it like a CEO. I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star show. I live every day like my last, never know. I run it like a CEO. I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star show. I live every day like my last, never know.
I like life, it gives you a chance for greatness. And you can waste it, or you can take it. Take control of your fate and chase it. I've been running towards dreams since I was just a kid. I've been held down, held back, hated. I've been pissed off, mad, frustrated. I've been
So, hello everybody, and welcome back once again to the Waylander Gaming as we bring you the next game in the Southern African tournament, MSA, the upper brackets match. It's going to be Dark Harvest on the blue side up against Yin in the red corner. So this is a very, very, very exciting game. We do have two very strong teams. It's going to be a tough one to call, but I see 100% of the votes. Not often you see 100% of the votes going in one direction, going to the side of Yin. So we're going to be waiting for the, as we say, the supporters for the side of Dark Harvest. I know there was a couple of people shouting out for Kemi earlier on. I think maybe the people assumed that was the game that was going to be taking place first, but it was the second match for the evening. Maybe next time around, Skankel will get a notice placed on the community page for YouTube, so that we can actually go through with this, like so that everybody knows exactly what time a particular game is going to take place. However,
Yeah,
I think the teams are ready. So sorry about that, Sean. I think the teams are
no
ready.
stress. And let's go. This is definitely going to be a cracker, a firecracker of a match, bro. Dark Harvest, just dominantly taking out purveyors of pain. And, Yin not doing so bad themselves. So, Cyber, no, we do not promote any form of alcohol on the stream. Okay? Behave. You'll get banned.
All right, so into the game we go. And it's now time to get the bans done, as it's going to be Dark Harvest with the first ban, Super Map, banning out the Ling. So Rai not getting to pick the Ling. As we know, that's one of his favorite heroes to play, so definitely getting rid of the Ling. KP gonna respond with a ban for the side of Yin. What is he looking for? I'm quite interested to see.
Yeah, 100%, bro. But KP utilizing the extended timer in this tournament lobby. Don Ryo, what's good, my guy? What is good? It's good to see you back in the live. Oh, as we see Yin coming out with that car lead bang. Yassi with the response.
So Khalid it's a flex pick at this moment in time. Can be played XP, can be played on the roam. Does equally well in both positions. Looks like South Africa, with all the Matilda picks and bans going through in the M6 up until this moment in time, taking note and banning out the Matilda.
Time to take the field.
As we see Rayo join the chat just in time to watch the Mr. Ban himself, Bruno, getting banned out by Yin.
The Mr. Ban himself. A pickle ban hero.
Yeah. Oh, we shouldn't even say Mr.
You guys
We should
don't
just
mind
say
me invading.
we should just say the Ban himself. I think I need to put this fan on, Sean. It's awfully hot in here.
My mission is to protect lives.
As we see Hylos as the third ban for the side of Dark Harvest, rounding off their bans there as Mocha 101 for Yin will be concluding the initial ban phase for us. Is somebody else on the stream with us?
Yeah.
It's a random stranger on the live.
Oh, what's up,
Really,
Bailey?
and it's me.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I don't have my Discord open. Like it's in the background. I've got so many things open.
I know you have a lot on your plate. You have a lot on your plate, but this seems like a cracker. I could not miss it. So I hope you don't mind me joining.
No. You go ahead. If you want to, you can. You and Sean can take through this. Take us through the first game together. I'll join in for a second, and I'll just do the camera work for this one.
Okay, so I don't mind that.
Okay.
I have been kind of rusty, so time to get on the job. Welcome everybody. I hope you guys still remember my voice, and hopefully we're not too rusty that I can't commentate on the game. But as for Mocha 101, they do decide to go with the Sicilian. Very, very meta pick will be. I'm kind of wondering if they go with the Sicilian Carmilla combo that we've seen work so many times to great effect. But we'll have to wait. I think Waylander mentioned, but I like the fact that both these teams like to take their time with the draft. They don't just pick it; they allow the time to go relatively low, just to give them a bit of breathing space in terms of thinking. But they are going to lock in that Hayabusa. KP going to lock in that Hayabusa, very meta pick, especially with the Ling being banned out. These assassins I've seen for the better part of the last 2 to 3 weeks have been coming up into the meta. You know, we have thought it's the Suyu, the Joy, these types of picks that become meta, but the assassins like the Hayabusa, the Ling, that can give you so much space, so much breathing room around the map, they are slowly but surely becoming relevant again. But as we wait for Dark Harvest to get their picks through, they are circling around the EXP and Rome. It'll be interesting to see what they eventually lock down. And it seems as though they go with that Terizla and Carmilla pick. It seems as though they want to take away that Carmilla away just to make sure that they don't go against it. That Curse of Blood can be a nuisance to go up against, and they decide to pick it up instead. As for Chemical, he does decide to go on this Terizla. Very, very strong EXP laner, especially with the Hilda band out. You're not necessarily going to have like an out-and-out bully against this Terizla, so it gives you a lot of breathing space, it gives you a lot of map control, and it gives you a lot of control around objectives. So it's a very, very good pick.
I'm actually surprised that Yin didn't pick up the Eve, because Eve is completely meta at this moment in time, right? And Eve is such a good counter to the Zushin pick. Though, it is a very good counter to Zushin. Because like you think about it, once she lands that ultimate, you can't really displace her when she's in that out form. She has a nice range, and when she lands that, I think it is first skill of hers, she gains a movement speed to be able to move out of that lantern from the Zushin. The second skill of hers slows the Zushin down, so it doesn't allow her to build up all the stacks that she needs. Very, very nice counter for the Zushin is the Eve pick.
I guess I haven't really seen it a lot. The only time I think I saw it was with BTK, if I'm not mistaken, in the M6 or one of those teams in that M6, and they did give off a first blood. So I thought maybe it was like a niche pick, a meta, but it has its certain disadvantages, especially between the first and third level. But for now, we're gonna wrap up, or Ian wraps up their bans by banning out the Suyu and the Alpha. I think they're trying to take away these sorts of meta picks away from Blank. I think he's the jungler. They're trying to take it away from him, make sure that he's in these not so meta picks that can easily be dealt with. But they do still leave out the Fanny. I think I've been told that Blank is. I've been told the Blank is a very good Fanny player. So it'll be interesting to see what they go for.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to predict this last ban, man. What do you think it's gonna be?
Right now, they still have the MM left to be picked. So based on the Granger being banned out, could possibly be a Marksman ban, maybe an Exia. Well, the Beatrix.
Yeah.
Nor girl.
I don't really know about that Beatrix ban, man. No, okay, maybe to the side of like Yin, there's somebody that's very good on the Beatrix. It's just, I feel as though that ban should be like a priority, because let's say you want to give your marksman a priority lane, so you ban out somebody that can like counter them. So you want to go for a Wan, you ban out something like an Aerithel or things of that nature. But a Beatrix is more of like, I don't want to say a default marksman, but if all else fails, I'll take Beatrix. She strikes me as that type of hero. But maybe it will work out for them. Maybe it will work out.
Oh, well,
So
I'm
far-
definitely interested to see if P304 actually goes for the Exia pick, especially with that comment. Oh, never mind. Going with the Maya and the Joy coming in from Dark Harvest.
I don't think so. So
Yeah,
Mia is
that
actually
was a
good.
lag out. Bro.
Mia is actually good. I'm not gonna lie. You do have that ultimate where you can like escape from the Tyrant's Rage or the Kufra, to be more specific. And also, I've seen her ult be effective against the Hayabusa if you know how to time it right. So Mia is not necessarily a bad pick here. It's not necessarily a bad pick. Like I know I say that, but I've seen it. I've seen PH teams use it, because I follow a lot of like PH players, and some of them play it, man. Some of them play it. So I'm like, you know what? Let me. Yeah, she's a hero in Mobile Legends for a reason. Let me just give her a credit. But they finished it off with the Bane. What do you guys think about the Dark Harvest draft? I thought they were gonna take the Fanny, but it seems as though they're gonna leave it.
Yeah. So they're trying to actually get heroes that combo with the Camilla, because having that Zushin as the first pick, Zushin doesn't really combine with Camilla really well. I mean, it's the displacement
like
does help.
if they're linked, and you manage to get like one, it just
Displaces them.
it uplifts all of them. So I think it kind of combo wise, it can kind of go something like that. But I was thinking more in terms of like map pressure, because when you have the Bane, you just have to have like an Uber type of rotation where you just stick together, roam together. But if you have, let's say, a Fanny or something of the sort, it can allow you that map pressure. Just go push here, manage the waves. But it seems that that's not what they go for, man.
They don't have any backline dive. In terms of their draft.
It's just all in.
Yeah.
It's just all in. So it seems as though Dark Harvest want to play this more of like team fight. So hopefully we're gonna see a lot of crazy rotations, maybe even an early game gank, because their composition kind of does allow it.
Yeah, what you need to take a look out for is the Bane Camilla Terizla combo. When the Curse Blood lands, see the combination with Zushin, it takes too long for her to build up the stacks that's necessary to get the displacement going. You need something with the Camilla ult, you need something to be instantaneous to be able to do what you need to do. But into the jungle we go. But let me hand over to you two guys as you take us through the first game.
Alright, so that is our cameraman. Give it up to Waylander, the one and only It's been very influential in the MSA, and it has a very great effect to allow us to have such great moments. But for now, let's get into the game. Seems as though both sides started on the right-hand side, leading up to the left. We could see an early gank or possible early gank onto both marksmen. So that will be something to look out for. But now I am seeing that Dark Harvest's draft is kind of like slow to the rotation. I don't know if it's I don't know if it's like mobility wise or something, but it seems as though this Mia can be caught up in a very bad position, and it seems as though it's happening right now. She does use that Inspire to kind of help her survive, and it does, but the Hayabusa is lurking and searching. But fortunately for the Mia, the Camilla is nearby to distract. We are seeing that displacement from Yasi onto Mahaba right now. This is a very annoying mage to go up against because how effective she is in team fights. It seems as though it seems as though the Hayabusa isn't level 4 yet, so we probably won't see a lot of aggression from him. But for now, it seems as though both these teams want to play it safe, want to get all their members at level 4 to kind of build up towards this turtle. Right now, we're going to see the Little Wanderer go to the side of Dark Harvest. A bit of early game advantage for Dark Harvest as they are building themselves a bit of a gold lead. But as we draw closer to the first turn, it will be interesting to see how this plays out.
Yeah, well, with this turtle spawning up, it's definitely going to be interesting to see what Dark Harvest and Yen are going to do in the team fight. Just as we saw the lead up coming to this 2-minute mark, a lot of team engagements, a lot of abilities cast and damage dealt, but nothing doing so honestly, but just keeping one another honest and say, hey, we're going to be disciplined when engaging here. As we do see Super Mab with the Camilla there, trying to engage onto the back line, but the Kufra lands onto the Sicilian. The Hayabusa shadow form gets committed, and the first blood going to the Belleric. And the Hayabusa getting the second kill, but Yasi responds with the Zushin taking the kill on the Kufra.
Oh, top lane.
Yeah, oh boy. Zushin getting the double kill.
Man. Kills all around.
And in the meantime, the Mia gets the solo kill.
Definitely. You gotta caught me off guard, man. I'm sorry about that. You kind of caught me off guard. I thought I was gonna be the only fighter, so that's why I wasn't giving a bit of breathing space for you to cut in. Sorry for that. But the first title does go to Dark Harvest. Other than the total, I think everything is a bit even. The Mia did manage to get a solo kill onto the Moskov as well as a decent chunk of that torrent gold. So yeah, sorry again, man. I thought I was the only one who's going to be casting, so I didn't give you a bit of breathing space. But what do you think about these two drops, and what do you think about the game so far?
Well, bro, at this point of stage, right? Yin and Dark Harvest playing a lot, but majority balanced, bro. But as we do see, it's a 3-for-3 just before the 4-minute mark. But Dark Harvest having the 700 gold lead at this point of stage. So this matchup is definitely going to go for the mid game. So
but Reese here engaging on to the Mia does use that shadow kill, but unfortunately doesn't manage to get the kill. We're going to see Mahiro caught in a very bad position. That displacement from Yasi managing to cause a bit of havoc, but that Bane ult does manage to get KP relatively low. That Curse of Blood is being dropped down. I think it only caught one member, so ineffective or relatively ineffective. That rotation that I was talking about in the early game starting to play prevalent here as Chemical gets the final kill, or rather gets a kill onto the Sicilian.
Yeah, no, bro, very interesting as we see the next turtle spawning up in 10 seconds. So I'm very interested to see what this next team fight is going to bring up, as we do see the engagement from the Camilla as well as Kemi onto the Belleric.
Yep. I actually thought this Belleric was gonna go into like is it the Roma? I thought it was going to Okay, now I'm only noticing now the drop, but never mind that. We're gonna see a Tyrant's Revenge from the Kufra. Does manage to get a few members, but now Chemical caught in a very bad position as 3 members engaging onto him. And it seems as though he might be taken down. Survive, doing a great job surviving. Does force the Moskov to use that flicker. And a 3, almost a 4 for nothing to the side of Yin, as they managed to not only get a few kills onto the board, but also managed to get the turtle as well. So kind of evening out the gold lead. But in the meantime, the Mia was pushing in the top. She might get this torrent, and she does. So that is a torrent for the total. But yeah, man, this game is really interesting because it seems as though it's very back and forth. It seems as though none of these teams can kind of like hold the lead and just stick to it. But okay, right here at the top, we are going to see a bit of a skirmish. That Wrath of Dryad being used by the Belleric to great effect. They do manage to get a kill onto KP, but Supermab and Yassi fall down in return. But Mariba engaging onto Paycard in a very bad position. That Sky Piercer from Reed just coming into great effect as he does manage to get the kill. That's a 3, 1, and 5 for the Hayabusa right now, so you know he must hurt.
Yeah, it's the lack
Yeah,
of
true, bro.
backline dive for the side of Dark Harvest that's coming into play here. As you can see, the Hayabusa, he's just engaging as much as he can, wants to get a pick off here onto Yassi on the Zushin. But both teams playing very aggressively at the start, but the map pressure, I wouldn't really say even, because it is 2 tier 1 turrets that's being taken down by the side of Yin. They do have that too. There's a shadow kill onto Chemical. The Sky Piercer you were just talking about there, Irie, coming into great effect once more as they get a kill on the XP laner, one of the frontliners for the side of a Dark Harvest at a critical juncture in the game. It's going to be time for the third and final turtle.
Yeah, man. A killing spree for the Silky Assassin. Ree's doing absolute work on this Hayabusa right now, and it kind of goes to show what I was kind of talking about in terms of like the dive. But one thing I also want to take notice, or want like people to take notice of, is that the Sicilian is relatively unaffected. But for now, we're gonna see that Wrath of Dryad being used up at the top lane. That displacement from Pite and the rest of the members has managed to get a kill onto the Belleric. In the meantime, Maiba caught in the back line, managing to separate both these two teams. That displacement also coming into effect. Reese using that shadow kill does manage to get, oh my days, does manage to get a double kill, leaving only 1 member to the side of Dark Harvest alive. That was an absolute decimation from the side of Yin. It's kind of surprising because they're the team that you would expect for them to like dominate these team fights, but it seems as though Yin came with a game plan and they are executing it to perfection. That was a wonderfully played game. Before that team fight and that skirmish happened, I wanted us to like look at like Muka, I think the Sicilian is called. If you look at him right now in terms of like kill pressure wise, he's scaling really, really well if you think about it. You know, he hasn't had that many deaths, and has been playing relatively safe, so that will be something to look out for. But right now, near the red buff, that Wrath of Dryad being used up, as well as the Tyrant's Rage, it mixed in or comboed in with the Curse of Blood coming into great effect. But Moskov with the damage onto the back line, a double kill for the Sicilian and a double kill for Reese for the side of Dark Harvest being taken down, and that is a shutdown. Crazy business that's happening right now. But shut down and not even 1 member to the side of him falling down. What do you guys think about that?
So full team wipe going on here, as both teams it was even in the first minute of the game, but right now it's Yin putting their combo out quite nicely. They are avoiding too much damage from that Curse Blood combination. It seems that the timing for the side of Dark Harvest not quite there yet, but if they do manage to land it, it's going to be devastating, as we watch Moscow and Hayabusa just melting down this Lord. This is the unenhanced Lord, so with the wave clear potential that is on the side of Dark Harvest, they'll be able to deal
Oh,
with
that
that.
shadow kill onto the chemical in the back line. Maurice doesn't manage to get a kill. That spear of destruction from the Moskov does cause a bit of disarray. The Moskov does get the kill onto chemical, if I'm not mistaken. That displacement causing KP a few issues, but oh, my days blank with the with the play there. Does manage to get the tank does manage to get my Heba there, which will help them in terms of like clearing this wave out, not having to worry about a Kufa just jumping in. But that Curse of Blood being used by Super Mab onto two members, it does manage to get a few of them low, but the Hayabusa does go into the back line, doesn't manage to get a kill, but the Sicilian does get a double kill in that skirmish. I know they're losing members left, right, and center, but they are managing to defend this relatively well. So, oh my days, Hayabusa goes back in, does manage to get another kill, so that is a double kill for the Silky Assassin as the four members to the side of Dark Harvest go down. I'm wondering if they'll think about subbing Rika in, but we'll have to wait and see. But for now, it seems as though almost two inhibitor turrets are likely to go down.
There's the engagement
So
once
another
more.
engagement
Moskov
here.
into
That
the back
spear
line.
of destruction from the Moskov does engage onto two members, does manage to get a kill onto Yassi. And this does give them space to open up the torrent, open up the base, and just absolutely destroy any defenses that Dark Harvest might have.
Yeah, so the Wrath of Dryad comes out once more. They do pick off it's another 3 kill. The Nexus wide open. Will we see the lock on here? It's going to be Moskov against the Nexus. There's no more minion wave. There's one last one here. Blank against the world. But Moskov gets the lock on to that, what we call the Nexus. Stealing that from League of Legends because we don't have... it's just so much better than saying base. And the first game
So much better than saying the base.
yeah. The first game going to the side of Yin. Quite a dominant performance from them overall.
Yeah. I actually want to ask the chat. You guys will tell me what they say, but do you guys think this is an upset? Because Dark Harvest are not a team to be played around, man. They're genuinely a very good team. So I actually thought they were going to win. I don't know if this is caster bias, but you guys will tell me.
Let me tell you this. Let me share this with you. Right? From all of the viewers, the votes have tallied in. And Yin is actually the favorites to take the victory here tonight over Dark Harvest by 77%, bro.
Yeah, so yeah. Dark Harvest is a very, very strong team, but Yin, I think maybe a lot of the people are probably fans of Yin, but if you go back and watch the games that Yin has been featuring on Waylander Gaming since the start of Waylander Gaming, before we were doing anything with regard to the tournaments or anything like that. This is maybe one of the most consistent teams we've featured on the channel. So if you ever want to take a walk down memory lane, I'm saying it like we're that old. The channel's just 4 months old. But if you ever want to take a walk down memory lane and see what's happening, the squad's been doing wonders. I think they've just lost 1 game out of every match we've ever featured them in.
Wow. Damn. That's crazy, man. That's crazy business if you actually think about it. 1 game?
Yeah, one.
And they've been a consistent member of the channel. That's I guess it goes to show that the home advantage does come to effect sometimes, even if it is an esports game. But for now, we are going to see that Yin are making a sub. Since you guys know them, since you guys love them, maybe you guys can tell me about Killzone, the player being subbed in. What difference do you guys think this player will make?
So it is one of the regular subs that they make in Yin. They do like to bring Killzone in here to get onto the XP lane. So they do like to play around with their XP laners. Killzone is a very strong XP laner as well. So it's not as if the team is going to get any weaker with his addition into the matchup. But let's get to see how the it came down a little bit to the draft where there was slight difference between the two teams in the draft, because we all know, right, Dark Harvest are no slouch. They've got some extremely strong players. I mean, all 5 players on the team of Dark Harvest are very, very, very good players. Super Mab, Yasi Chemical, Pit 304. Blank is like one of the top tier jungles in our server. So let's see how they get there. But it's all about teamwork and synergy, because it's not just one individual or one player that can win you in a game. It's teamwork and synergy. So let's get to see as we get through the drafting phase, and I hand it back over to you guys, how the draft's going to go this time round.
So we see KP not even waiting, getting rid of the big old ban hero Bruno, and Dark Harvest getting rid of the Zushin. Zushin is not a favorite hero at this point of stage, especially in the mage lane.
Yeah, she's very, very dominant, and I think we showed how effective she can be, or rather, Yin showed how effective she can be in that game. Immediately, as soon as that bad thing came up, they were like, no, the first name down the chopping block has to be that Zushin. I'm kind of wondering how these two teams will kind of play this one out. You know, the Yin have already banned out the I'm forgetting this
Sicilian and Hilda.
No, the Hilda, yes, Hilda. I don't know why I keep forgetting it. There's a series that I like with the main character, one of the characters, his name is Hilda. So I don't know why I keep forgetting the name. But the Hilda being banned out, so that does mean they want to go for more damagey, or they want to have an EXP that can roam around and have an effect. Because when you have that Hilda in the EXP, it's just almost as if you're locking down that hero, you're locking down your counterpart. There's almost nothing that the other person can do but just clear lanes, keep up, and equalize, because that's how good she is. But towards that Bruno ban, maybe that Layla, man, maybe that Layla we saw in the M6 might be a counter. So I don't know why people keep banning it. All trolls aside, it seems as though they're gonna ban out that Gatukacha. What do you think about the Gatukacha, man? Do you think it's a very good hero, or do you think it's ban worthy within the first phase?
Well, bro, the Gacha is definitely ban worthy in the early phases. The Gato, if that Avatar of Guardian just lands like butter smooth, right?
Butter smooth.
It's very deadly, bro.
Yep.
So to be honest, especially with the new meta that's going on with the roamers, bro, Gato is definitely a good ban. I wouldn't call him a must ban in every match, but in certain matches, yes. As we do see Dark Harvest responding with the Ling ban.
Yeah, I will admit I don't know a lot of the players from Yin, because I haven't really been playing a lot, but I do know Reese. I don't know Ree, rather. I don't know why I keep calling him Reese, but I do know Ree, and I have played with and against him last season, and he was absolutely detrimental on that lane. So I think we have to give Dark Harvest a bit of credit here. They did do their research. They know that guy is just absolutely crazy on that lane, especially with the first pick. You don't really want to give him something that he'll just absolutely turn up with. But for now, we are going to see that Khalid being picked up. I think Waylander said Killzone is the EXP, so maybe Killzone on that EXP or Mahava. Roam Khalid is still viable, but I do think that's a very good pick, especially within the draft phase. But we are going to see the Ruby. Especially in the first phase, I don't think Ruby is that.
And Ruby being
I don't think Ruby is that. Forgive me for any Ruby mains, but I don't think Ruby is that pick or ban so also important that you have to, pick her right now. I do think there's other heroes you could have picked up. Take the Camilla, take the Sicilian is banned. Take other mages, so maybe a marksman, something else. But just to give breathing room, I just don't think that Ruby in the first phase really kind of is deserving of it, because it's not really going to get banned. It's not really going to get picked. But they did go with it. Hopefully it can turn up and turn out. Right now, Killzone has picked up that... wait a minute. I do know this player. The high-low. The high-lows. I know from the high-lows. So, yeah, I do know this player. And most of the games that I have seen him play with is on that high-low. So I know he's a high-low main and a very good one at that. it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. But for this time, they decide to go with that alpha. So that solidifies, that's EXP, roam, and jungler right there. And the alpha going into the jungle. I don't know about picking the alpha so early, but we'll have to wait and see how it turns out. Supermap circling in and around that Tig. Tig, a very, very good tank all around this meta, next meta, the meta before that. Tig will always be viable. But what do you think about the composition from Yin this time?
Well, bro, to be honest, I want to get back to the Ruby. You say that she is not worthy of that early pick. Look, I'm not a Ruby main, but Ruby is actually seen as a flex pick, bro, because Ruby can be XP, can be roam,
Yeah, I
it can
get that. It's
also
just
be
I thought
gold
maybe
lane. But
like a Cho would be more prior than the Ruby. But then again, maybe it's comforts, maybe it's just what we have and what we know. So I don't know. I just don't think of it as like first phase pick. You know what I mean? I usually think
yeah,
of it as like a counter pick.
So when I'm looking at the draft at this point of stage, it's definitely the set potential coming in from Dark Harvest and Yin just having that
Mm-hmm.
assassin and the slow sets from their side. So yeah, very interested to see if Pit 304 is going to take a high damage dealer MM and not go with the Maya again. I am let me cook with this. I'm smelling an Exia coming in from Pit 304. He is also the very first player to get a Savage in the MSA Cup. He's not the only one, but he was the one with the first Savages. And that was
Yeah,
on
he was the first, and every other one was an imitation. You heard it here. But I do like the Aurora, man, especially when you have like an assassin like the Hayabusa, because she can really, really be annoying. So just to take her out, I think is really, really important. But here's one pick that I'm surprised, or rather, one band I'm surprised wasn't picked last game. No, I'm wondering if it was banned out. Maybe you'll correct me. But the Loi, I do not know if it was banned last game, but this pick is, to me, that's what you put as your first and second pick because that's how good she is. There's literally no avenue where she's not decent or really good. The Loi is absolute. It's great, man. Um, yeah, so that's one pick I was kind of surprised. But now I'm looking at Yin's draft. I'm thinking maybe a Vexana can work here. Maybe I'm looking at the mages. Maybe a Vexana can work really well with the Tig. It's relatively safe and can be a disturbance for the side of Yin, especially with the type of things they want to do. But it seems as though they're going to lock down that Lunox. Yeah, she's also very good against these tanky type of compositions, which, when your core is built around tanky people or tanky heroes, a hero like Lunox can be beneficiary. But maybe that's my thoughts. Maybe you think something else. What do you think about the Lunox pick here?
Oh, well, the Lunox bro is that's a very good pick. Lunox is actually very underrated in my opinion. She's
Yep.
very deadly and very devastating, bro.
Yeah.
If we see Rai picking up the Valentina, so that is definitely focused on the Tigreal and that implosion that comes from him. So yeah, they need to focus on the Valentina, in my opinion, so that the Valentina is not able to steal that implosion from the Tigreal.
Definitely. I'm also kind of curious to see if the mage and the marksman to the side of Yin will take something like Purify, because there's a decent amount of CC, especially if Supermap and Chemical just work together and are cohesive. There's a decent amount of CC that can cause Yin problems. So I am kind of curious about that. But right now, gonna see Pete taking that Leslie. 10 killers all around. But what do you think about the Leslie, man? What do you think about the Leslie? Because you, you don't like the Mia.
No, but the Leslie matching up against the Beatrix, bro. The Leslie with the range and the capability of providing that vision I would have not personally picked the Leslie with the set potential that Dark Harvest has at this point of stage. But hey, that's just my opinion. So, without further ado, we are heading into the match now. So, yeah, viewers, please say what you're thinking about the matchup, and please don't forget to press that like, and then sub button, and then hit the bell button so that you get notified once we go live or release new content.
Definitely, definitely. And there are a lot more games to come up. The MSA is in the middle of its peak hours before we get to the finale. So be sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and show your support all around. Seems again, both these two teams have a rotation sided towards, or rather, um, pointed towards the marksman lane. So we might see an early game skirmish there. Um, I do want to take notice is that both these two teams are kind of leaving out the Little Wanderer. We saw this last game, and it seems as though that's a trend on both these two teams. They're prioritizing farming up, getting quickly to that level 4, so they can gank the gold lane relatively fast. But yeah, man, it seems as though early game aggression from both sides. We are going to see Blank engaging onto Muka, but just deciding to not to be overly aggressive, especially since he doesn't have that level 4. But Heba engaging onto Blink does bring him relatively low, and there is a bit of a mini invade onto the Hayabusa's jungle right now. So that is one of the downsides of playing an assassin, is that you are privy to these early game invades, and the Khalid is making sure to be a nuisance onto the Hayabusa at the moment.
Yeah, we do see that Alpha being level 4 and the Hayabusa just, well, trailing behind. So the Alpha definitely farming a lot better earlier on, bro.
Yep, definitely. And I'm not necessarily sure about the wave clear, but it should be relatively even between the Hayabusa or the Alpha. Maybe the Alpha getting a bit of a slight advantage. But we do see Chemical forced to use that flicker, so there will be a utility forced out from him that will, I think, be effective in this turtle dance that we have right here. But it seems though the turtle is being brought down really, really fast. But right now we're gonna see that implosion by the Valentina. I'm actually surprised it was the Valentina, and an engage onto the rest of the members of Dark Harvest, as it is a 3-for-0, as well as the turtle to the side of Yin. That kind of caught me off guard. I thought it was Tig for a moment. It was like, what? Why is Tig holding his own teammates? Yeah, Valentina can be very, very
Yeah,
confusing.
no, bro, that was
Maybe I was the only one.
That was definitely the steal. But Yin having that 2.1k gold lead so early on, bro. It's could this turn into a snowball coming in from Yin?
Yep, it can. And unlike last game, they do have that Beatrix to kind of sweep up. But right now, we are going to see an engage onto Muka. They do manage to get the kill. They did, Yassi did use that flicker to go in, and he is taken down for his efforts. But right now, Superman, caught in a very bad position, is forced to use that flicker, but it is to no result. But right now, that Leslie dealing a decent amount of damage onto the Alpha, but decides to follow through on it. So right now, it's still an advantage towards Yin.
Yeah, Dark Harvest is not having a very pleasant time so early on. So, which brings me to the question: will Dark Harvest be able to turn this around?
I mean, technically they can. They do have the heroes for it. You know, the Lunox can get really, really dangerous the longer the game goes. So that will be something to look out for. Right now, Yassi in a very bad position, is taken down, but in that team fight, that glorious pathway was used. I don't know if it will count to any effect during the next total fight, but we'll have to wait and see. But Yassi, I think he messed up his combo, because I think he used this flicker. And messed up the combo there. So that is a flicker for nothing used up there. But in the meantime, bit of a fight happening here next to the turtle. Mahiba does go down, but in the meantime, he does, get the the enemies, or rather, does get the members of Dark Harvest relatively low, forcing them to just give away this turtle, and it will be a free turtle to the side of Yin. Oh, but now Super Mario Kart in a very bad position is taken down, and Reese on this alpha playing it almost like an assassin. One thing to take notice of is that he did go for that Sky Piercer first, so that he does have a few stacks on him right now. I think about three stacks. Oh, but caught in a very bad position. That light form being used up by Yassi. Can he manage to get the kill? He does manage to get the shutdown, but goes down for his efforts. Personally, I think that was worth it because you do get the shutdown gold, and it helps it to stave off some of the damage from that alpha. But right now, we are going to see Muka being engaged on by that Hayabusa. Hayabusa does manage to get the kill, so that is a 2-for-1 maybe trade towards the side of Dark Harvest. You know, there is a way back in this game, and they're clubbering, trying to find that way back. Right now, we're going to see
Wait,
Pipe
what did you
missing
call
out
them?
on those basic attacks, and a conceal being used up here by Supermap, but they do not manage to get KP in that skirmish. But right now, we're going to see Mahiba engaging down. But oh my days, that flicker implosion towards KP, but unfortunately, no damage to follow through with it. So that will just be one kill to the side of Dark Harvest.
No way, we need to take a rewind and have a clippable moment where Irie remembered or realized he actually knows Killzone.
Yeah, sorry guys. Yeah, it happens. It happens. But yeah, man, I knew I know the player. It's just I didn't know from where, because I don't remember playing with or against him. So I was like, where do I know this guy from? But I remember I have been a fan of Waylander Gaming for a while, and I have been on this channel a decent amount of times, and I remember seeing the name. But one thing to take notice of, that Ruby that I was very critical of not being used up, but oh my days, that's a combination from the side of Yin just absolutely decimating Chemical and Pite right now, both of whom are vital for Dark Harvest's comeback or potential comeback within the late game. So that it's not looking good for Dark Harvest at the moment.
Yeah, that glorious pathway from the Hylos was just beautifully placed.
Oh, but the implosion disturbed by that Hayabusa, an implosion of her own, like, as as Valentina does manage to get the implosion there, but I'm just lost of what's happening. Bodies flying everywhere. KP does manage to get the kill onto does manage to get the kill onto Pate as well as a double. She does get that double kill, so it is advantage towards Yin. It's just WWE bodies everywhere, team fights. That was absolutely insane.
Yeah, Giotto, that Valentina
Cut me down on
is...
what happened. Cut me down on what happened, because I was just enjoying it as a fan.
Yeah, for those of you who needs to know the name, it's the Larian B that is very deadly on the Valentina currently at this point of stage. As we do see the glorious pathway.
Wait, Larry and B.
Oh my
Did I hear
word,
you
oh
right?
my word. No, you heard me wrong. It's
Another
Mocha.
clippable moment.
It is with the... Yeah, it's a Christopherson moment. It's our friend Ty that is so deadly on the Valentina. He plays a lot of Throne and Liberty with us. So special shout out to Mocha101. Sorry, my guy, I got your name wrong.
Yeah,
Dang it.
so that's a warning, kids. Don't drink and cast. You'll end up mixing up the names. You'll end up
I'm
mixing up
drinking
the names,
water.
right? Right now, it's almost looking bleak, as the first Lord will be appearing in a few seconds. It will be interesting to see how Dark Harvest approach this next team fight, because it will be vital to what happens in this game, because they do not have a lot of wave clears, so they have to at the very least contest. But it seems as though it will be a free Lord, as Hayabusa has opted to clear out and to push out that top lane. In all fairness, I don't think there's anything they could do. So just getting off a few turrets, destabilizing the minion wave, I think it's a good trade-off. But if he stays longer than he should, uh, then the members of Yin will engage onto him and may get a kill. So I do not think that will be worth it in the long haul. But we will wait to see. He does use that ultimate onto the Beatrix, does manage to get the Beatrix relatively low, but doesn't manage to get a kill and gets killed down for his efforts. But that Valentina does use that implosion of her own. Supermap responds with implosion of his own, but no follow up as that Spear of Alpha sends him to the base in pieces. So that is advantage towards Yin. They're playing it really, really well, separating Dark Harvest. But oh my days, that I'm offended from Chemical was absolutely crazy. Unfortunately, that gold lead is to the point where they do not have the sufficient damage to do something with it. But that was absolutely insane from them. But we are going to see that Hayabusa use his ultimate onto the Alpha. Doesn't manage to get a kill and is caught in a very bad position. That Valentina uses her ult of her own as she becomes a nuisance to the backline, almost getting a kill onto Pite as this Lord marches in onto the base. Both base shields are down from the mid. I think all of the base shields are down at the moment, so that will be something to look out for. But Reese does manage to get a kill onto Superman. I think that Sky Piercer was the reason why. But unfortunately is killed down in effect. I think that was a shutdown. I'm not necessarily sure who it went to, but I think that was a shutdown. Okay, so the right person. So the right person got that shutdown. Maybe you should look at the items that they have right now. The Leslie does have that endless battle. I think she's building up towards maybe an anti-heal. I forgot what that item is called, but the anti-heal item for Moxfit. Oh, you guys know the item. Please do not quote me or reference this. I do forget items sometimes. So that will be something to look out for. Her damage does scale really, really well, especially against this tanky type of composition that play back and forth. So that will be something to look out for. But one thing I want us to take notice of is Muga is just absolutely insane on this Valentina, man. It's just absolutely insane. The implosion plays from him, but Superman with an implosion of his own. A very good dive onto the members of Yin, a few of them going down, and a double kill towards Yasi as 3 members to the side of Yin are taken down before this Lord. So that is a really, really good time, a really good placement for Dark Harvest to get those kills. It will be interesting to see if they capitalize off of them. But we are going to see that flicker from the Ruby engaging onto KP. Doesn't manage to get the kill, but we are going to see that ultimate snipe from the Leslie, hoping to get a kill onto Beatrix. However, Mahiba is in the way. Yeah.
Ari, the item that you were looking for on the marksmans is the Sea Halberd,
Yes.
which is the anti-healing.
Yes, Sea Halberd. Yes. It wasn't built up, so you see, I know them. I forget their names. I know their effects, so I'm a decent player enough, you know. It's gotta be some slack, but in the meantime, I do like how this is going. We might possibly see a game 3 for this series. 2 really, really good teams. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out. But for now, Yin, for the first time in the series, are tasked with a bit of a defense as the title shift kind of goes towards the side of Dark Harvest. They do have the advantage right now. They've secured a few items. Their damage dealers are beginning to hurt. And it'll be interesting to see how the rest of this game plays out.
Yeah, the fans definitely coming through for Yin and Dark Harvest at this point on stage.
Yeah, man, you're just showing their support. But I'm kind of curious. Like, I know that Leslie hasn't built up that Blade of Despair or that BOD, as we like to call it. But in the 16-minute, there's a bit of a slow. But right now, we're gonna see that engage there in in the mid, a few members to the side of Dark Harvest going down, namely Supermap and Chemical. And Engage and Reese does manage to get that double, or rather that triple kill, is absolutely tearing Dark Harvest a new one at the moment. The Hayabusa is trying to escape, trying to get a bit of breathing room. It'll be interesting to see if he does, and he does manage to escape. So it's 2 versus 5 in this base defense. It'll be interesting to see what happens and how they defend this. Oh, that Ruby DD combination almost coming into great effect. Unfortunately, she does not manage to clear out the minion waves, forcing Hayabusa to use that Ogi Shadow kill to clear out the minion waves, as it is a successful base defense.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro,
I'm actually
100%. I think
go on.
no. So what I'm saying is, what I'm noticing is Dark Harvest not only having 2 anti-heal items, and especially going up against an alpha. Is that honestly favorable to only have 2 anti-heal items?
I think they have 4 actually. You know, the Ruby does have that dominance eyes. Leslie, as we've mentioned, that
Oh,
sea
she did
helmet,
get it.
and Yassi with the glowing wand. I know it's a damage item, yes, but it was repurposed. It was repurposed for anti heal. So I think they have 4. They have a good amount. It's just that the alpha with the Oracle item is just healing up a decent amount of HP in whatever team fights they're having. And I think for the first time in the series, you're going to see a bit of a Lord dance here, a bit of a tango between these two teams. And it'll be interesting to see which set of players come out victorious. Oh, but that implosion from Superman only managing to get a few members. P does manage to get a kill onto Mahiba, but however, the Beatrix does respond by taking out Chemical. That this does give a bit of load prio towards the side of Dark, or rather towards the side of Yin, as they do manage to get that load. Forcing out right now, Mocha invading, or rather engaging onto that Leslie, forcing out a flicker, but it is not enough as she does go down. But right now, Yin are absolutely imploding onto Yin, and I think that's a shut. Wait a minute.
The full team wipe.
That's a wipeout. This Valentine is confusing me, man. I'm still thinking there's one member left. Oh my days.
No,
Oh, that was way too
Yin takes the
nonchalant, man.
W, yeah.
That was way too nonchalant of me. Forgive me, guys. I actually thought 2 people from the side of Dark Harvest was still alive. So that's why I'm like, yo, what's happening? But nah, it was a team wipe, and all played towards the side of Yin.
Yeah, GG's to both teams here, but Yin, big congratulations, hats off to you, taking this upper bracket match 2-0 and moving on to the next stage. So, but again, once again, for all the Dark Harvest fans there, don't you stress, your team's not quite out of the runnings just yet. They're going to drop down into the lower bracket quarterfinals. We will find out once this weekend is done who they're going to be facing, because we do have a good few more matches in the upper bracket. We're going to have Saturday and Sunday a full round of games to conclude the this particular stage of the MSA Cup. So stay tuned for all of that. But this was a very, very, very entertaining second game. The beginning parts of it were back and front, but just a couple of misplaced skills, and then the combinations, the Valentina pick coming through extremely clutch for the side of Yin, with all those tasty ultimates to be stolen, and used it quite effectively, did Boca 101. But for this evening, this was the last game. It is going to conclude everything for the evening here in the MSA. We will be back once again on Saturday evening with more matches, and before that we're gonna have a little bit of a preview as to what's going to be coming up, what's happened so far, a bit of a game review. So let's stay tuned for that. We will have that posted in the WhatsApp groups, and an announcement on the Waylander Gaming community page here on YouTube. So something exciting to look out for. so that you can take a look back at some of your favorite moments in the MSA so far, and that's been occurring in the last week or so. So that's going to be brought to you live here on Waylander Gaming, but exciting game. However, for this evening, as I said previously, we are done. Thank you everybody for tuning in to watch. And so from myself, Waylander, Skarpskenko, Iri, and the Waylander Gaming crew, and the MSA staff, and Nigel, who's been here through it all, but he's sitting silently in the background. It's going to be goodbye and good night. We will see you all tomorrow. Thank you for watching.